On this week's episode of The Intro, we're featuring Whitney K with 2 live performances. We'll chat with him right after he performs his song Last Night.
Last night I shaved my head and pride returned, and I stepped out into the light. An arm around a friend, a bottle in the other hand. Faith is easy if you got someone to hold. And I remember what my mama told me when I was young. Having it all doesn't mean all at once. And I welcome every morning He provides, and I take it in and I drink it up like rum. Now, brother, tell me where you've been sleeping these days. Anywhere I can, don't you know that's my way? I can't eat a meal without feeling sick. Can't go to sleep without waking up in a ditch. And I made a lot of friends along life's winding road. Believe me, I'll have many more before I'm through. And I never read the Bible, but I'm sure it would agree. Having it all doesn't mean all at once. Having it all doesn't mean all at once.
That's Whitney K with Last Night. Whitney K is the band name for Konnor Whitney. He's a freewheeling musician from Whitehorse. He has spent years wandering from Montreal's music scene to LA to Vancouver. And his music is really personal. It's the big euphoria of the party and then the realizations that come in the vulnerable moments afterwards. He's just released his debut album, 2 Years. Konnor, hi, welcome to The Intro.
Hello, Saroja.
The song Last Night, that feels like classic storytelling. What is the song about?
Can be about a lot of things, I guess. I feel like that song, as well as a lot of the other songs, the meaning of them change pretty frequently, for me at least.
I love that opening image. Last night I shaved my head. I feel like you're really picturing a moment that happened in your own life.
I kind of thought about that one as the whole sort of the Dharma punks kind of thing, shaving your head and
right.
Going to the mosh pit kind of thing, or there's a party going on or something like that, and somebody decides to get a haircut.
It definitely has that up all night kind of feeling, and then reflections.
Like the symbol of like cutting hair and stuff too, like right, like that's been a thing that's been in a lot of religious practices and stuff over the years or whatever.
Well, that's really interesting because there's also mentions of what might be in the Bible and that you can't. What's the line? If you want to have it all, you can't have it right now. No, the actual lyric is so awesome.
Having it all doesn't mean all at once.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. As this like thing that your mom has told you and the lesson that you take with you. So I really see the connection between the beginning and the end of the song. We have you shaving your head, going out for the big party, but it's also kind of a religious reference.
It could be like an obvious thing of like, I thought it was like, okay, either just like, shaving your head, but then it's also, the spiritual part of that. Or the ritualistic shaving, cleansing.
There's also a feeling of that this guy doesn't have a problem-free life, but he's rolling along and sort of making the best of it.
Try to, that's on the really positive days.
Does that come from you, that pull between, I got to make the best of this, trying to aim for the best things, and at the same time, life is hard, got to get through this?
Like comparing like my life experiences to like, anyone else's or whatever, there's plenty of the stuff that can seem, there's, plenty of first world problems and things like that. When I second guess myself sometimes with these lyrics, it's, thinking about that, whether it's, is it too focused on the woe is me, but, who's the woe is me coming from? It's coming from me or whatever. But, like life's crazy. And sometimes, it seems like it's easier for some people than others, but that's also, someone looking on the outside.
You're so introspective, and when you express yourself now and when you express yourself in your music, it's clear that you really try to look inside. And that makes this album a really interesting one. It's a title 2 years, tells us already that this is 2 years from your life. And I was wondering why you chose 2 years of your life to focus on, give us this snapshot of stories and pieces of you.
The name of the record definitely came about afterwards, and kind of like once an album was, because Josh and I, we recorded a lot of stuff, and this album, that's just what ended up making the cut. Or like, that's like, out of all the things we recorded, those were the things where it was like, okay, this is a coherent album, like right here, like this tells a story, you know, we got movement in it. That all coming together was not premeditated. Mm-hmm. Like, these songs were written over a period of time. There was a lot of other stuff that didn't make it into there. These songs worked out, worked together and told a story. And then, you know, after that, it's like, what's it called? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, it's called 2 years. It's been, you know, I don't know.
I love that. I love the simplicity of that. And I wonder what it feels like for you to sit back and be done with this album and see that it's kind of this snapshot of 2 years of your life.
Yeah, it's something I wasn't really prepared to talk about a bunch. Like, there's aspects of it, and in other music that I've made that I listen to, and I'm truly horrified by, you know, how much I know what's going on in the song, and like these lines or whatever, and it's like, oh God, you're going, you know, you can tell you're going through something there or whatever, and going through that stuff.
Well, I'm glad for that. I think it's a real privilege to be able to hear somebody's story and learn more. It's going to change the way that I listen to the music, which makes me just want to take the opportunity and know more about the song we're about to get into. This Hit the Pipe has got really, the visuals are really, really strong. I can imagine this story. It feels like you're actually singing to someone. So even though you're holding a lot of this at arm's length, I'm gonna try and poke around in this song a little bit, because there's some fabulous lyrics here. I hope you do not die on your way to DC, if only to come back free to ride bikes with me. Like, what a wonderful image. I wish your mother well. I pray your family makes it all right. Who are you speaking to in this song?
An amorous interest. Yeah, I don't know, but like, that song definitely is one of those ones it was a very specific situation that provoked the writing of the song. But also, like, within that, you know, there's there's a couple things there, like, especially within a couple of those lines, like, there's some extreme specifics.
It's got heartbreak in it. I mean, you've got that other line about how that man you buy gifts for, I wish him well. That's It's a really sad line. That's a lot of you and your story that you're giving away right there.
It could come across as like an unrequited, like, love type song, which I guess that was not the intent. Like, the intention was not unrequited love. The intention was the trying to release some control and just allowing things to be as they are.
See.
You know, being in love, somebody's, you know, in a relationship, you know, maybe say that person is in a sexual relationship with somebody that is exclusive or whatever. You have strong feelings for that person. Maybe that person has a connection with you. Like, you know, friendship is okay, is what I mean, like that. Like, it doesn't have, like,
right.
It's releasing control, like possession. The dynamic of, like, so, you know, however many of the songs of guys singing stuff. Oh, I love you, girl.
What I really like about it is that it has a really beautiful simplicity, but actually the feelings are complicated. That the complexity of all our human emotion kind of comes tumbling out in each line. It's a really lovely song. What does Hit the Pipe mean?
I guess, like, that was a line that had just come up. Wake up in the morning and hit this pipe. Take it in.
Okay. I can't wait to hear this song. It's such a gorgeous one. This is Whitney K with Hit the Pipe.
Been a week since Friday. Where does all the money go? Wednesday was good. Under the bleachers, laughing in my boots. Wake up in the morning, hit this pipe when I rise. How do I not want for so much? How do I tell the team that I'm in love with the camp slut? Wake up in the morning, hit this pipe when I rise. Wake up in the morning, hit this pipe when I rise. Well, I hope you do not die on your way to DC, if only to come back free to ride bikes with me. And I wish your mother well, and I pray your family makes it alright. And that man you buy gifts for, well, I wish him well, and good fortune too. Wake up in the morning, hit this pipe when I rise. Wake up in the morning, hit this pipe when I rise.
That was Whitney K with Hit the Pipe. Konnor, it has been so wonderful hanging out with you. Thank you for telling me so much of your story and helping me just get so deep into this music.
No problem. Glad to do it. Happy to be here.
You can read more about Whitney K and check out the intro playlist featuring other artists we've presented at cbcmusic.ca. This is CBC Music's The Intro, a weekly feature on essential emerging Canadian talent. I'm Saroja Coelho.